Good morning, and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are going to work on this piece. I am so excited. So Tracie used this piece on her day one. I've had my note on here since I printed this out and started to cut it. I am not going to cut this out on camera. What I want to do is kind of tell you what my idea is, and then I've got to spend some time fussy cutting, gluing, and stabilizing, and hopefully I can bring this to life. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all these envelopes out. Then I'm going to find a piece of coffee dyed paper in here. Hopefully I have some thin coffee dyed paper, like super thin. Oh, here's one. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try to create little foldy outy thingies. Technical terms, I know. I don't know if I can actually turn these into envelopes. I think maybe I can if I back them and I slit this, and then this will open and we can make a little pocket. I'm not sure. I have to work this out. And then this, I'm going to back on heavier card. I don't know what yet. And then I'm going to fussy cut all around it. And then we're going to slot this. We're going to be able to drop our envelopes in, and I need to make a drawer of some sort to come out so that when the postman comes to collect the mail, he can actually collect the mail. It's a big undertaking, I know, but I love it. So that's my spin on this. It's probably going to take me a good long time to... I am so sorry. I hope that was not loud. I'm having the worst time with my sinuses. Anyway, it's just dry and the dust of being in the desert. I expected it, but man, I turned the humidifier on yesterday because I think Chloe's having a hard time too. And because we're in such a small space, and I am actually allergic to cats, I'm having a great time with sinuses and allergies, but it's okay. We'll be in humidity soon enough. Okay, anyway, so get these cut out. Figure out a way to make it work, and then once I figure it out, I will do one with you in case you want to try to do this as well. I think I'm just going to, like, I have this piece of coffee dyed card. I don't have that much of this coffee dyed card, so I need to just get a plain piece of card out so that this is sturdy, because the mailbox itself needs to be sturdy, so that way when we build a box under it, it's going to have to be twofold because this needs stabilized. It's going to need part of a box attached to it. Like, it's going to have flap and a lip, I think. Yeah. Flap and a lip under on 3 sides, and then when we build a box to go in it, it's got to fit within, like, this would be the top of the box. Hopefully it's going to make sense when we do it. I really have to do some thinking. I just finished my coffee, have to get dressed, and we're going to go play pickleball in a little bit. So I want to get started because it's going to take me a while to do it. The question I have, see, and now I'm like, ooh, I want to make these all shiny, but I've got to do that after the fact so that they have time, they can dry, and it's not going to impede my progress here. Okay, I'll be back. All right, I have backed this on some cardstock, and it's drying, and I'm leaving in a few minutes so to go play pickleball, but I was working out my idea, and what I did was took my ruler and I measured the width of this, okay? And I'm hoping this is gonna work. I don't know. We're gonna do one together and see if it works. I know I said I'd figure it out and then come back and share with you, but I feel like you guys like to see the process, or some of you tell me you like to see the process. So we're gonna go through the process together. Okay, so I measured this, and my measurement is slightly over 1.25 inches, but that's going to be your printer settings. So measure yours. Don't go off my measurements, okay? So then I cut a strip a little over 1.25 inches. Yeah. Again, your measurements, not mine. okay? And these are not all the same size. So you're gonna have to do this for each one. Like this one's a little bit smaller and a little bit taller. So each individual one has to be done. So now what I'm thinking, oh, is I hope I don't mess this up. And my hands are not cooperating again today. And I'm standing up because, did you guys hear me say in the last video, which would have been 6, like if I come crashing down in this chair, you'll know, or if you hear a big crash, you'll know what this chair gave. Well, when Mark got back, I was like, hey, this chair leg, like, something's up. And so he, like, had to fix it. It really was, I got lucky I didn't crash in it. So, anyway, he worked on it, but we've got to get new little felt footy thingies, I don't know, for the bottom of the legs. So, that's on the agenda for today. Oh my gosh. Fiddly bits, you guys. Why do I like to do fiddly bits so much? I don't know, but I really do like to do fiddly bits. Okay, so this one, I have to think about this because that's going to fold. This one needs to go on this end. See, I got to work it all out. Okay, so let's glue this one on here. Got a new glue stick out yesterday too. It's so weird, like it's so dry. Even my glue sticks. I've never had a problem with my glue stick drying out. But guess what? My glue stick's drying out. Is that straight? Like you do gotta kind of be straight on this for it to work, I think. I hope it's not too dark. I just realized I don't have this light on beside me, just this overhead light. But, okay, so I'm going to, oh, that needed to be over a little bit. Well, it's all right. We're just going to have to make some appropriate adjustments, I think. I'm talking softly just because I'm thinking, and I'm really tired this morning, so please don't yell at me if you can't hear me very well. All right, so then I want to fold this over like this, I think. Yes, I do. Preferably a better fold, but because I'm standing up, I can't really see what I'm doing. And I got hair falling in my face because I just took a shower. I'm trying to let my hair dry before I put it up and we leave. Okay, so then this one, okay, so you flip up. Oh yeah, okay. It is gonna be really fiddly, and these corners right here are really delicate because they're so tiny. So then the other question is, should I have cut my strip a little bit wider so I could gusset that in? But are we really gonna put anything big in here? No, we're not. Okay, so here's my Barely Art glue. Like, you can see how tiny that edge is right there. Super tiny. All right, we're gonna do one and then I gotta go. Okay, and I am doing this on my glue book because I just want the tiniest little bit of glue on the edges here. This is one of those moments I envy those of you who can work really well with tweezers. I think this would be an appropriate thing for tweezers. Okay. So that is one option. Okay, so then when this is all dry, we can put a little card in there. Okay. So that's one way that you can use these envelopes. So cute. Okay. Oh, hi. Stay on there. And it's not perfect, but when I'm working with things this teeny tiny like this, you know, I just expect some imperfection. That's one. So the next one, like this one, I'm not going to do that with. I may not even, I want to use that. I love that. But we may use that as a tuck somewhere. This one has a flap. This one does not. Although, this one, oh, I got an idea. Where's my pencil? So, this one, I want to use like a burrito tuck. See, this is what I'm saying. I make notes when I'm brainstorming, okay? And this one we can do this way. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 envelopes in our mailbox. We could do more though. I mean, we can just make envelopes out of coffee dyed paper if you want to. Now the other one that I wanted to do was just gonna be like, still have our thingy here, but then maybe have it like where it folds up on itself. I don't know. I have to work that out. So I'll do that and come back. Okay, so I have here another strip of coffee dyed paper cut. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I want to do this burrito one. And then the rest I'm going to do off camera because we did the first one. And then I can talk about any nuances if I change up the others. Oh my gosh. I'm tired. We just got back from playing pickleball and having lunch. And I just want to take a nap. Oh, it was a good day. It was good fun. So Mom's got a couple of ladies that she... oh, you know what I want to do? I want the polka dots to show on this one. She's got a couple of friends that she plays with, and the one lady is so funny. She's really competitive. She used to be she's blah, 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 blah. Tennis is her background. And man, can she serve that ball. It's like, wow. And Mark and I are so rusty because the last time we played was in February when we were out here visiting. And then the last time before that was like this previous summer. I think I played once because of my foot. And when we had friends visiting, I just played a really soft game. And so neither of us have lost our competitive nature, that's for sure. And oh, the trash talking. You know what? I should have buckled that a little bit. It's okay. Nothing really big is going to go in there. And I have to just remind myself. So I only glued the 2 long edges of this and these little fiddly triangles because, you know, I just have to do... Oh, I left my glue open too the whole time I was gone, you guys. I was like, oh no. And it's my Barely Arts glue. And then Mark's like, you're not getting more glue. I'm like, yeah, I will get more glue if I killed it. Oh, stinker. He's just a stinker. All right. So this one, I need my eyeball tweezers for this because they've got a smaller tip on them. I call they're optometry tweezers, and so I call them my eyeball tweezers. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, look, it got a little pocket. Yay. Oh, anyway, so we play pickleball over at the rec center. Outdoor pickleball. I've never played indoor pickleball. It doesn't really appeal to me. But one of the gals that was playing with us, she was playing indoor yesterday before she came outside, and it was cold yesterday. We started at 9, and then today we started at 10, and so she'd been playing indoor, so she only played like 1 game with us. But then the other gal, the tennis lady, she was like all excited, and she's gonna play tomorrow too, so that's good. And then that'll be the last time we play pickleball until we get to Florida. But I just love it. I just love it. It's such a good sport. I just enjoy it so much. Makes me happy. My body doesn't like it right now because I'm so out of shape, but it will be better. It will be better. It'll get easier when we start playing every day too, because I'll get my strength built back up. All right. Okay. I think I am going to be in love with this. And you know what I did not bring with me because it's just too bulky is my little tiny tag punch. But oh my gosh, that would be so stinking cute. Okay. So we need to have like a little tag in here. I love it. Like, if we have a little something to stick in here, like how cute is it? It can't be anything really big because, I mean, it's kind of hard to, hi. Now, open sesame. How did I get this in there? Did I glue it shut? No, it's not glued shut. Okay. We just got to work it a little. We got to show it who's boss. Maybe if I just fluff it up a little bit. Oh, it's so cute. And we're going to like sparkle that. Yes. Oh, wonder what I did with my pens. I have Jelly Roll pens with me. I just don't know what I did with them. Literally don't know where they are. Okay, so now we have 2 little bits to go in our mailbox. Aren't they going to be so cute? Oh, I'm so excited. All right, I have to turn more lights on. I feel like this is maybe dark for you. I feel like it's dark for me. So if it's dark, I apologize. I'm gonna go find my Jelly Roll pens and turn on lights. Okay, so for the record, I just want you to know how in love with these little pieces I am. That's my least favorite, and I'll explain why. Okay, so we have our little burrito tuck. And then I said, you know what, Jody, you made that kind of snug and tight. Why not make a better burrito tuck? So I made another burrito tuck. But this one's actually 2 layers of coffee dyed paper. Like I folded it in half. And this one's just the one. You saw how I did that one. You didn't see how I did that one. But this is folded over. So this is on the back piece and this is glued to the top piece. So it just makes for a better little burrito. So we're going to have to tuck some letters to Santa in there. And then we have, this is also 2 layers folded over in half to make it a little bit more, I don't know, give it a little bit more room versus the first one that we did with is just this is the only like double piece on here. This is just backed, and this one I did these 2 to like open up. Oh, I didn't sparkle this one. Hold the horses here. Whoa, Jody, whoa. Sparkle, hi. Lots of sparkle. I found my Jelly Rolls. They were in the drawer where I put them. I just had to remember where I put them. Which, if you've been following me, you'll know that I can't remember where I put anything in this RV. Okay. So now we have our bits that are ready to go into our mailbox. And I got the mailbox fussy cut. Back just on this manila cardstock. Inked around just the main bit of the mailbox because, you know, it's me. We're going to bling up the mailbox somehow. Now we have to figure out how we're going to do the back on this. So what I'm thinking is, I don't really know what I'm thinking, to be honest. I know I said this morning when I started this video that I thought oh, maybe I know. Maybe. Let me kind of square this off. That doesn't really matter. Kind of square this off. And then if I make a piece that is like, it doesn't have to be super deep because these aren't super bulky. But for the sake of it, what is that? 3/4 an inch? If we I think I'm going to cut that in half. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm nervous because I literally don't know how to make a box, and I'm just kind of winging it. I'm going to kind of just score this in half, not cut it, score it. Maybe. I didn't cut that straight. It's all good in the hood. It's fine. We're still not cutting. Okay, so then what's going to happen? Oh, it actually is going to matter. No, because I'm just lifting this. Oh, no. I do have to box it in. Okay, I'm going to stop filming, but I'm going to tell you, I was like thinking I could just put a hinge on it, but I can't just hinge it. I have to actually make little box pieces. So that way when this, we'll use this one. When this, and the measurements do have to be precise. So this is just a scrap. We're just going to pretend. Okay, so this has to be boxed in, not a circle. It'll be boxed, I promise. Okay, well, can you just use your imagination and pretend like this is a box shape? Okay. All right, so what has to happen is this has to have room for something to slide in here. And believe me, this is totally taxing my brain right now. But what I'm going to do is create pieces, and I'm talking maybe 3/8 of an inch. The box doesn't have to be deep. None of these are going to be super bulky pieces. So if I were to say, that's a quarter. 1, 2/8. 3/8 is gonna be, no, I'm gonna go a 1/2 inch. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll figure out the measurements and then tell you when I come back, because I'm just throwing random numbers at you and you're probably like, hi Jody, could you get to the point? But some of you love to hear my thought process. This is the thought process. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna figure it out. And when I figure it out, I'll come back and I'll tell you what I did. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna hold this up. These are in inches, okay? So this is what's working for, well, I haven't tested the theory and I've already ripped one piece off. So hopefully my brain engaged to make the structure for the box to slide in, okay? So this piece is 4.5 inches by 3.5 inches, okay? And then I scored at 1 5/8 inches, a 1/4 inch, and another 1 5/8 inches. My scoreboard does not have, I use this. And here's how I did it. Because, yeah, I'm not going to do that kind of math today. All right? So I went to 1 5/8 inches and I scored, and then I went 1 2/8, scored again. Then I went over here at, there's 1 inch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Jody math today, okay? And then I cut it. And then I scored a 1/4 inch on this end, a 1/4 inch on this end to have this. And then I came in and I snipped these two little flappy things. We're gonna see if this works. I don't know. Because what's going to have to happen is this flat piece here will glue on the back side of my mailbox. Okay? And then, but before I do any of that gluing, you know what I should have done? I should have gone back and watched my Creep on June for, not this year, but 2024, when I made Mr. Brundle's case, because I figured out how to make a box in that. Kirsten does a really good box. So if you want a better tutorial, I don't know where that video is. Maybe she can link it for us. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to put that flap on the outside. So that way our... Do I need that little flap? I do not need that little flap. That little flap can come out. But she made a really good box in her Jumbly Dolls. I probably should just go watch that, honestly, because she made it so much simpler than I am. But I'm not going to take the time to do that today. I don't have that kind of time. Although it would probably be better, because then I wouldn't be struggling. Oh, look, I didn't even need that flap. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is glue these ends together. I think. I hope. We're doing it. We're going to go for it. It's just paper, Jody. It is just paper, right? That's what I say. Take my own advice. Okay, I hear you. All right. So then I want to take my bone folder. Maybe. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. This is outside my box, but I have plans for next year, and so some of these kind of things like this I have to figure out. I'm just saying, guys, I have plans. Does that mean it's necessarily going to happen? No, but I hope it does. All right, so here's this one. Okay, oh my gosh, I just thought of something I need to do. It's fine, I don't have to do it right now. I mean, channel content wise, that's all. My wheels are turning right now, so sorry.
Now, this is probably not going to be a perfectly square box because it's really fiddly and lightweight, and I don't have my tools for making like things like this, like a square. I don't think I need a square. I think I just have to make sure that my stuff is just glued and holding. Okay, yay! So that's going to be the outside of our box. And I have to make sure I glue it on here the right way. Oh, I probably should figure out what page it's going on first because it could go either way. Okay, that does matter. So let me figure out what page it's going to go on. Then I'm going to, basically, I'm going to make this same thing again. But what I'm going to do is, when I'm scoring that 1/4 inch line, I'm going to score like just inside that 1/4 inch line. So this will be, so our piece that goes in here is going to be slightly smaller, because if I make it an exact 1/4 inch, it might have difficulty going in and out, and we don't want that. But that's going to be so much fun. Like Mr. Postman comes to collect the mail and he pulls out the thing, and then we have all of our cute envelopes. I hope this works. I'm really excited about this. I have been excited about this idea since I printed the kit. I'm not kidding. Okay, I don't need this scoreboard right now. It's in my way. Oh, see, that would even be fun on the front. Ooh, that's a lot. It can't go on the front. It's too bulky, but that's okay. It'll fit in here because we have our whatever gap that I made. I don't remember. Okay. Oh, if I go, ooh, where's my pages? If I, oh, you know what would have been, oh, posting for places abroad. Do we have that in the portrait? Oh, I was going to do that in the next video. Just kidding. I got all excited to make this piece finally. Okay. Naughty and nice. Special delivery. That doesn't work. No. I think that's too busy for it to sit on. I may have already used it, and I do know I need to get my printer out again. I have to print my cluster kit, but I thought I had a different idea for this page, but I don't think I'm going to get to it, which is kind of a bummer. Oh, you know what? We could just use this. Oh, there it is. But I don't think that's going to work. Where's my ruler? That's not gonna work. We're gonna use this piece, this paper right here as our background, because I think that this will stand off the page, and I like the postcards as the background for this piece because the whole premise is that we're mailing things, right? So it can't go on this page. It actually could go on the front page, and I think that sets a really nice tone for our, yes, I really like that. And I'm glad I did that because I can actually center that. Do I like that for the background, or do I like just this for the background? Do I have the green scrap still? Did I use it all? Or do I just like this for the background? And not the naughty and nice. I'm not using the naughty and nice piece for that. But what if we come over here and we have special delivery and we just have the ledger in the background? Yes, I like that. I need to borrow you, green piece. Oh, nope. Okay, I have to get the printer out. I really like it on the green. I think the red really comes off the page with the green, and it doesn't need anything to detract from what this piece is. So I will have to print, but I want to get this piece made first because that's the point of this video, Yes, but I love that on the front. So I'm glad that I thought to do that, because then what will happen is we'll make our pool from the left here. And this being up, we'll have plenty of room to fit in here when this is closed, and it's kind of hard to see. I'm not going to try to hold that up, but I have plenty of room in our spine here for this kind of piece. Okay. Okay, so I can just set that aside. I'm going to build the box for inside here. I just have another piece of card. And again, on this 1/4 inch here, I'm just going to come just barely inside that 1/4 inch when I score it to make sure that it's going to fit in there. All right. I was literally about to cry because I made a box. It was too tall. I made another box. It was not right. And I was just, oh my gosh, so upset. And I just wasn't thinking clearly for the math. So what I ended up with was a piece 4.25 tall. Okay. And again, this is going to be for you. I'm just going to tell you how my brain worked. So my inner opening here is 4 inches. So I took and made my inside here, which should be 3 7/8 inch tall. So it'll slide in and out of here easily. And then I added 3/16 to that. So I had to convert 3 7/8 to 3, whatever. The math is really hard. So if you want to do this, just sit and take your time. So I did 3 7/8 converted to a 1/16 of an inch. So 3 14/16. I needed to add 3/16 of an inch on those long sides, so that way I could make my box fold. Okay. And it ended up, by the time I did all the math, 4 1/4 tall total. Okay. Then I scored at 3/16 on those ends. I did the same thing for the inside. I wanted it 2 1/4, and the reason, I haven't glued it yet, so it doesn't matter. The reason I wanted it 2 1/4 is so, no, I didn't do that right either. Oh my gosh. I wanted it 2. That's okay. I can salvage it. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to snip and snip and unfold that corner. Just going to tear that off. I don't need it. This is real life happening right before your eyes. And I'm all thanking Mark before he left to go to the store. Thank you, honey, for your help. It's not his fault. He didn't math. I did the math. Okay, I want that scored at 2. Okay, and then my 3/16 line is going to be somewhere about here. And I'm only doing this so that I can make a cut line, and it is just paper. And even though I want to rip my hair out right now, it is just paper. So I'm going to cut along that score line. And I'm going to have to Band-Aid the corner, which is actually fine because I'm going to embellish this anyway. Why is that like that? Why are you like that? I'm going to have to make another one. This is inaccurate. I wanted 2, just an even 2, and then adding 6/16, which is 3/8. No. Yeah. So 2 3/8 should have been my width. So 4 1/4 tall by 2 3/8 should have been my width, because then that would have allowed the 3/16 of an inch for my box. So I am now officially over it. I'm going to make one more. And if I don't get it right on that one, everybody's in trouble. Can I make that work? I'm not going to make another one. I'm not doing it. I'm going to snip that off. And then when we, yep. And then, okay. And I'm going to decorate the box. So I am not going to make another one because I'm covering this. So when I cover this with the kit, it will fix those corners. Okay. So 4 1/4 tall, you're going to come in 3/16 of an inch, both ends, and score. Then you're going to make one 2 3/8 wide, and again, the 3/16 on each end. So now, oh, if I did it right, that should just be like, I didn't do it right. What in the actual... A part of me thinks I should edit that out, but a part of me thinks I should leave it in. And the reason I say leave it in is because, as you guys know, I try to be very real with you. And I really struggle with somebody who is perfect. I'm certainly no Mary Poppins. And I think that it's important that you know that content creators make mistakes. Things are not perfect. And I share that with you. So the reality is, I don't know what I was doing, why I got it so big. But here's the deal. This measurement's still the same, 4 1/4 tall. And then you're still gonna score at 3/16 from each end. Now this is only if you're following what I'm doing. You don't have to do this, okay? Then for this to be 1 3/4 on the bottom here, high, 1, oh God, Jody, 1 3/4 high. Okay, plus the 3/16 plus the 3/16, that piece is actually 2 1/8 wide. Okay, again, you're scoring 3/16 all around. It's not as hard as I made it. I don't know what I was doing with my math. I don't know. So then what I want to do is make sure that when I glue this down, I am, gosh, honestly, I'm a little afraid to glue it down right now. Like this. This is backwards to me because I'm right-handed, so it's going to be really awkward to have that on a left-handed page. But, oh my, it's okay because I want this right at the edge because we're going to have to put a pull on that drawer. And I actually could have made my base a little bit wider so that sits all the way in there, but I am not going to do that. I am not going to build another box. So you do whatever makes you happy in the construction of your piece. And I am going to just probably stick my head in the camera or whack my head. Whack the camera with my head. Oh yeah, okay, so it's fine. I'm going to glue this here and here. It's really close to the edge, so that's going to be on the spine side. We're not going to see that. I am not going to worry about that. Oh my gosh, just glue it down. Opening this way. Stick your finger in the opening. Okay, so I'm going to glue this. On my lines. Oh my gosh, you guys, what a mess video. I'm gonna get there in the end. This is another one of those perseverance videos. It really is. I had this vision and I am dying. I want it so bad to work and I just had to work it out. And so, you know, sometimes that is what we have to do. We just have to work it out and take our time. And there's a lot of pressure, added pressure, because I'm filming and trying to share with you like how to do this if you want to do this. Go find, I'm telling you, Kirsten, if I forget to link your video, I have to find it. Will you please remind me to link the video for your Jumbly Dolls box because you did such a good job with it. And you explained it so much better. I just, at this point, should have gone and found it myself. But no, I gotta be stubborn. Okay, so then this is gonna slide in here. Yay! And then you don't see it. Look, I can do it. She's got her big girl pants on now. All right, now we need to decorate this. Oh my word. And I think I am gonna use just this to decorate because I think it'll be fun. And so, I'm not gonna bore you with that. What I'm going to do is not film any of the measurements. Just cover your box. That's all you need to do. You don't have to decorate this. I might put a strip on here, but I really don't think you're going to see it unless you flip it up. But why would you do that? I'll put a strip on it. Whew, you guys, that was enough to make me want to pull my hair out. No kidding. Mark's like, why aren't you filming? I said, dude, this would be a 3-hour-long video if I sat and filmed all the rest of this. It's crazy. I got there. In the end, I got there. We have our piece. Whew, I made the vision come true. Yay! So I put this tab here. I don't think it's going to hurt anything because we have to know there's something there, right? We have to have an indication. So when this sits on the page, and again, I'm going to reprint that green page, maybe, and this will pull out. And then where's all of our little bitsy pieces? I am really excited. I think part of not being able to, oh, I forgot. We need actual things to go in the pockets. We're not done yet. Thought we were done. It's okay. Anyway, so yeah, he was like, you should be filming. Sometimes. Okay. I said, nobody wants to sit here and see me like actually struggle through that entire process. Like I could have probably done it and then sped it up to music, but then it would have had zero context. And you all would have been like, what are you doing? And I'd have been like, I don't know. And here we are. Whatever. Okay, moving along. We need something to stick in a couple of these little pockets. So I think what I will do is just go through here. You guys know I've been cutting like these things apart and putting it like a little Santa in one. Oh my gosh. What about putting Santa in one of these? Will he fit in there? Is he the right size? Oh, please be the right size. He is the right size. Okay. I think we're going to put Santa in that one. I have these I haven't started cutting apart. Like that little boy's cute. Like maybe mom's sending a picture of him and being like, Santa, you need to talk to this kid. He is giving me the what for. Like if he were my kid, I would be doing that. Oh, there's 2 of those. That's a smaller one. That's even better. Okay, we're going to cut him out. I don't think I'm going to back him on anything. Maybe I should just to stabilize him. I did not bring my corner rounder out when I got the whale tab out, but that's okay. Okay, yep, we're going to do it. He's going in one because he's adorable. All right, so I'm just going to like cut around him. All right, I didn't do a great job, but that's okay because I am going to back him. I'm just going to, where's the scrap? A coffee dyed paper. I'm just going to put him on a little piece of coffee dyed paper here. What did I do with my glue stick? I am really happy with this piece. I really was in between a lot of bad words and wanting to throw things and cry all at the same time because I was so frustrated trying to do it. However, in the end, I know it's going to be worth the work. So, okay. I can still use that for something, but not for this. Let's see if there's any other little somethings. Like this little script, actually, we could fold up and put in one of these. Height-wise. Yep, it's fine. I don't even know what it says. It's in French, but that's okay. We're just gonna cut it off there. It's just all for some interest anyway, so I don't think it really truly like matters. This one I am not going to back with anything. I'm just gonna roughly ink the back of it, just to get rid of some of that super bright white and the wrinkles and whatever that's getting put in it by the way I'm holding it. I'm okay with that. It just adds interest to the back of it. Oh, you know what? Will that fit in there? Yeah, I think it will. No! Where's the other burrito? Burrito! Come here, burrito. Oh, yeah. See, that fits in there. Oh, yes. It does. So if I have the little boy, I put in one, put the burrito, just put this in here. Yep. Just a little bit of interest in them. It's not really it's not really about like what's in them. It's just a little bit of fun and play in this packet, you know? So let's see if we can cut little dude out. Such a cute little boy. Really like him a lot. You guys know at the end of the day, when we get done with this and it's time to do a final flip through, I'm going to probably miss a whole bunch of what I've done in here. Oh, it's these little details though that I absolutely love. Oh my gosh, you guys, if I were doing like a miniature, like bookshelf or something, or a little miniature room, he would totally be like a window hung on the wall. A picture hung on the wall. Like, how cute would that be? He is adorable. He's so cute. So he's gonna just tuck in there, peeking out. Okay, so there's one, there's two. That one doesn't need anything. That one doesn't need anything. The burrito does, and we have this little picture of Santa. Do we put Santa in a picture of Santa in the mail that's going to the North Pole? I don't think we do. I don't think so. But, oh, you know what we could do? I mean, honestly, here we go. That says Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Let's just cut that out. Oh. And I'm just going to cut across there. That's going to be too tall, I think. I can just cut a little bit more of that off. Yep, and oh yes, that's gonna be cute. Do I just want to do the Merry Christmas in there? I think I do. I just want to make sure it fits, but I do like that post. Yeah, I wanted that 1910 in there. I thought that little bit was super cute. And these are just the little things, like, you don't have to do this. And some of you are probably like, yeah, I'm not even going to attempt that box after the difficulty that I had. But please don't let it scare you. Like, attempt the things. You guys have to remember, it's just paper. At the end of the day, it's truly about having fun. Like, I was so excited to, like, try to make this piece from the very beginning. Oh my gosh, that makes me so stinking happy. Ugh. It really makes me very happy. All right, and this one, what do we want with this one? I do love the burrito. With lots of love. I don't even know what this is all about, but we're gonna go lots of love on this one. And I'm just gonna go about right there. Because honestly, this project is a true labor of love. I'm so thrilled that I stuck with it and didn't give up. And I love the piece. And then we are going to be done adding little bits to our envelopes in here. Yes, with lots of love. Love it. Okay. So then these are all going to slide in here. Yes. I love it. Okay, and then for our last finishing touch to this, I did want to heat emboss that and make it like glass. I have to go get my heat tool out. So I'm going to heat emboss this with just clear or lost shadow, whatever is like the first one that I find in the bin that's open over there. And then I have to get my heat tool. I'm going to heat emboss that. I won't do that on screen. And then we're going to add some interest to this. I have my diamond dust here. And I think I might just do glacier paste on the top here to, I do not like the angle of that. Ooh, yeah, because of the bird. I might heat emboss the bird too to make him stand off the page a little bit more. I think I'm going to do that. And I think I am just going to ink. I didn't cut around him very well. but just adding a little bit of ink, he blends in a little bit better. And like at the top here, you can't tell, but he should be cut out more, but I didn't want his beak to get damaged or whatever, so I left that. Okay. This is a much longer than normal video, so if you have stuck with me this long, thank you so much. All right, I'm just going to now put my diamond dust down. So that is just using some white glue, putting it in the places where I want it, shake it on, and then I have to let it dry. So I will show you what that looks like, and then I will wrap this video up. Oh, I love it. So it's got to dry. So in the middle here where you can see like the white and stuff, some of this will still come off as it dries. I just have to be really careful with the diamond dust because it can be sharp, which I have said in previous videos. So all of that is going to dry. So I heat embossed my little bird, and I heat embossed the Christmas mail today. We have our box with all the little fun bits in there. So perseverance, people, perseverance. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Chaos and almost bad words and all. And I will see you in the next video. So I believe this is episode 7. I don't know how many more episodes I'm actually going to be able to get filmed. Hopefully one more at least. And I really want to start getting some of the base pages down and stuff. Well, I know I can get at least one more filmed if I don't take 5 hours to make one piece. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but literally about 3.5 hours on this piece. So I don't have time for that in my life, but this is all about this. Like if I don't get another piece made, I'm so happy that this worked. I'm so happy. I love it. So thank you for being here. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Oh, please leave your comments below. Is this something that you think you will try, or are you now afraid to try it because of the difficulty that I had with it? Let me know. Okay, bye.